Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hallowed Be Thy Game. Ren here, and today I am so excited to share with you my recent pickups. Let's check it out. Well, I'm very excited to share with you today my pickups, but again, please forgive the sounds of nature you might hear in the background. I hope you enjoy. So, I'm very excited to share with you guys my recent Vita pickups. These here, you guys know I am very much a fan of the Sword Art Online games, and so I went ahead and picked up Sword Art Online versus World. Very excited to pick this one up. I've heard from the fans of these games that this is actually one of the better ones in the series, so you guys know I very much love Hollow Realization, and I'm excited to dive into this, and Fatal Bullet as well. On top of that, I also picked up, oh my gosh, I absolutely love Diabolical Mind and Cowcat. That is a match made in heaven. And Riddled Corpse. If you're a fan of twin-stick shooters, this is on Vita, Steam, and also definitely Switch. I went ahead and picked up the Vita copy because I have Demon's Tier Plus on the Vita, and I love that game so much. And this one here is such an absolute blast to play. I'd love to talk about it more on the channel, but we'll be getting to more Vita content in the coming months. But I want to give a very big shout out to Zaduk Zud. I believe I'm saying that right on Twitter. They are a mega fan of a lot of similar RPGs to me, and they sang the praises of Muv-Luv. And I've heard that this is a series that has a super passionate fan base. And I'll tell you what, this is my chill game right before I go to sleep. I'm loving this game so much. It's definitely old school anime, at least the first part. I believe Muv-Luv Extra, which is what I'm on. I'm a couple hours into it, and I'm having so much fun with it. It's just definitely a very lighthearted anime right now. I know it gets much darker and changes tonally drastically with the other entries, so I'm very much looking forward to getting to this, and then also Alternative. But just in case you're worried or concerned, I know you play Extra, Ultimate, I believe is what it is, and then Alternative. Anyways, I know the order. I have it written down so I don't mess it up. But very excited to get these in, so thank you so much, Zaduk Zud, for your incredible recommendations. Now, this is actually a game I wanted to go ahead and share today for the Vita. It's one I've picked up, it's been a couple months ago, I believe. Anyways, I've been starting to play this, starting to make notes for a review, but Raygiant for the PS Vita. One thing about this is that it's not necessarily a very difficult RPG at all. However, this has an extremely unique visual aesthetic. It has some really cool mechanics to it, and I've been having a blast with it. I can't wait to talk about it fully on the channel. We got a lot of Vita content planned for the upcoming months, but again, you know, if it's a handheld, I love it. And honestly, about 99% of today's pickups are all handheld. So now the last Vita title I believe I brought out to share with you guys today is oh god, I'm so excited for this one. I haven't got to play it as much as I want to, but Gundam Breaker 3. It's a mech game. You know, I mean, to be honest, to talk a little bit about Muv-Luv, you know, yes, I'm sure it's an incredible, beautiful story, but you know what? If I can have mechs in visual novels, why not? And Gundam Breaker 3, such a very cool, very excited to get to jump further into this one. So, wow, my brain just rebooted there. I'm so excited for another mech game. But Gundam Breaker 3, it's like a really cool, from what I'm seeing so far, it's like an arena fighter, but you're in Gundams. So excited for that one. Cannot wait to jump in further. Oh, wait, I do have one more Vita game, but it's in paired with one. So, I want to share, I think it's my only PS4 game I picked up since last pickups video. Danganronpa Trilogy. Okay, forgive me if I said that wrong. Danganronpa. Now, getting into visual novels, it's tough because in my brain, I never really considered like the Phoenix Wright, or I wouldn't have even necessarily considered 999 in the Nonary games as like a visual novel, but obviously they are. But so like I said, I'm a newcomer to the visual novel series, and just seeing all the potential that the genre has just blows me away. And Danganronpa has been heralded to me as one of the greatest visual novels out there. Sorry for the glare and the lighting, but pro YouTuber. But I've heard it's so incredible and very much where it's at. So I'm excited to jump into this. I wanted this so bad on the PS Vita, but I just could not. I could not find it at a price point that I was willing to kind of jump in at. So, yeah, this one here. Oh, sorry, I said the Nonary games. I'm so sorry. I think I did. Anyways, I wanted to get these on Vita, but I just couldn't. I couldn't commit to that. I mean, the three of them are just ludicrous, and I did have a larger pickup this for this video, and I just couldn't. I couldn't hit it that hard. But so I picked up this other Vita game last year, and I was immediately told, no, don't play that. So not yet. And that's Ultra Despair Girls. This is the only Danganronpa universe game I have, and all of them are ludicrous now. So I wish I could go back in time and slap myself and say, hey, pick up the other Danganronpa games. But so I'm very happy that I at least have this one on Vita, and I'm excited to jump in. It's a little tougher to sit down as a parent and play, longer RPGs, longer visual novels on the TV. That's why I love handheld gaming so much. But hey, beggars can't be choosy. I will make time to play that game, and excited to talk about visual novels more on the channel in general. Before we head back into other handheld content, I do want to share that I went ahead and picked up Magna Carta Tears of Blood for the PS2. Now, this is a game I emulated for a little bit, and then my laptop is just not jiving with the emulators much anymore. But I very much was intrigued. It's not the greatest RPG I've ever played, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. Unfortunately, my PS2 is just not doing good. So I'm a low-key goal that I have for this year is to find a way to record footage for the PS2. Obviously, the PS3 would be great, but through a series of kind of unfortunate events, I do not have access to my super amazing backwards compatible PS3 anymore. But that's a story for another day. Now, let's see. I love the Switch. I love the Vita. They're both like, the tag team Bebop and Rocksteady in my heart. But speaking of visual novels, I want to springboard over to another Switch visual novel, and that's AI, the Sonian Files. I was talking to my friend Danik a while ago about this, and he was looking for some good visual novels and stuff, and so we were kind of rooting around, and we stumbled across this, and I'm excited that I have a wealth of visual novels because, like I said, they're going to be the game I play right before I go to bed. So after I knock out the Muv-Luv series, I'm going to be starting to branch over into the other visual novels and such. So you guys know I am a ludicrous fan of the Cold Steel series for Legend of Heroes. Had to pick up Trails of Cold Steel 4. Oh, man. Is that any better right here? Oh, there we go. Trails of Cold Steel 4. I love these games so much. In terms of combat systems, you guys know my recent video that came out. Spoiler alert. It's on that list. It's one of my favorite RPGs to play. Trails of Cold Steel 4, the world is vast. It's large. The cast is super lovable. I'm crazy about all of them. I will say that for the Cold Steel games or at least the Legend of Heroes universe, that if you jump in with Cold Steel 1 like I did, it'd be best to play all of them, obviously. But I don't have the ability to play or emulate them all. But I jumped in at Cold Steel 1, and I'm hooked. I love it. highly, highly recommend. Here recently, I reviewed Atelier Ryza 1 on the channel. I fell head over heels for that game. I am so stoked to be able to have Atelier Ryza 2 just ready to go. After I knock out Trails of Cold Steel 4, I'm going to be hopping into this. Very much in love with that. I was also just gifted here recently 2 games by my friends. Call of Cthulhu. I'm a major H.P. Lovecraft fan. I'm excited to play this. I love scary games, so yeah, very excited and very appreciative of that. So thank you, RPG Heals, if you're watching. Thank you for that gift. And also, Danik, who's been on the channel before, gifted me Sid Meier's Civilization 6. So I hear this is actually a really good port of the game. So I'm excited to have some more Switch games in the lineup. Now, before I hop into kind of the couple of DS games and 3DS games, I wanted to share with you a non-game I picked up. I love a couple things, handheld gaming, RPGs. I love mechs, but I also love kaiju. And I picked this up earlier in the year. I wanted to find a way to share it. Gamera Trilogy. Oh my gosh. It's got Gamera Guardian of the Universe, Gamera 2 Attack of Legion, and Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. If you are a fan of kaiju, I probably don't even have to tell you about these. Attack of Legion, Gamera 2, is probably one of the greatest kaiju movies ever made. Definitely one of my favorites. This guy's up there with Godzilla for me, so just wanted to share that. And I picked up some DS and 3DS games. So this one was right after the beginning of the year. I was able to pick this up. I had it in my collection before, but through a series of unfortunate events, I didn't anymore. I for sure have beaten this game once, and then I helped my brother beat it, but that was on the Game Boy Advance. I think I got about a quarter the way through this, and I think it knocked me on my hind end. So I'm coming back for vengeance now. I've been trained in the hallowed halls of Shin Megami Tensei. I'm ready to come back for some vengeance and beat Final Fantasy IV. I think that was the one that was really difficult. But very happy to have that back in the collection. And also, here recently, if you watched my tweet on Twitter, pro YouTuber, I picked up Project X Zone 2. Well, I also picked up Project X Zone 1. Now, the reason is because Project X Zone 1 and 2, I am such a fan of what I've seen. I was able to get a really good price on these, but I want to share with you guys my holy grail item that I was able to add to collection. This is one of the most unique RPGs ever. It's made by one of my favorite developers and published by my favorite publisher, and that is Super Robot Tyson, OG Saga, Endless Frontier. Yes, I have to say it every time. Oh my gosh. So, this is one of those cases of a rare game that is actually incredible. I love it. My only complaint so far about it is that it is grindy. It's grindy. How at times. Not real bad. However, this game is not super difficult, but it is incredibly fun. And I'm playing it, when I booted it up, when I first got it, I'm like mashing through the screens trying to get to it, and I see it's made by Monolith Soft. I'm like, holy moly. Let me just double check that. At least, yes, Monolith Software. And I'm playing it, and the combat system is incredible. I love it. I don't care what people say. I don't care about the trolls on Twitter. It is essentially, I want to say, the progenitor for one of my favorite combat systems in action RPGs, if you want to call it that, is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. In Xenoblade Chronicles 2, real quick, I won't keep you, you can cancel actions, essentially, and it will give a boost, and there's kind of a flow to it, and there's kind of like this beaten rhythm. Oh my god. Super Robot Tyson, OG Saga, Endless Frontier, yes, I have to save it every time, does the same thing. It has gorgeous visuals. Oh man, you probably heard that car go by. Anyways, this game has incredible visuals. It's a lot of fun. The characters and dialogue are over the top of the mountain insane. I love it. I'm having a blast with it. It's definitely one of my prizes in my collection. It doesn't have, it didn't come with the box. It didn't come with the disc, so I was able to get it for much cheaper than it's actually usually going for. But you know what? I don't care. I love this game so much. It's not in there because it's in my DS. It was one of those games where I wanted to pop it in and just test it, make sure it worked. 6 hours go by, I'm charging the DS, I'm standing by the outlet, I'm loving it. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of today's episode. I had a lot of fun making it, but let me know down in the comments, what are your favorite pickups from this year so far? Like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can keep hanging out in the future. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.